Welcome back to You've Made a Mobile App, Now What? Today we're on Module 4, which is gratitude. First topic that I'd like to talk about today is give a little, get a lot. You know, a lot of times when we give, it's amazing how that comes back to us 3, 4, unlimited fold times over when we're giving from the heart. And when you really think about your own business, you want to be authentic in what you do. And when you give, it's just part of showing the world who you are and how you can help, and you'll stand out that way. So let's take a look at some of the ways that we can give a little to get a lot. Now, there's some obvious, which are to just offer some discounts to your current clients. One thing that I really do highly recommend in this is that you make it so that they are only in-app purchases. Now, whether that is a coupon that you put on the app for somebody to show inside your place of business, or if you can actually sell from within your app, it's something that you're offering just strictly to app users. It's a technique that really gets people to download the app and actually share your app with other people. So whenever you're going to offer some of these discounts, make sure that they're strictly for in-app purchases. And you might want to also give it specific times of day. So you can do sale prices on slow days or slow times, or take a look at your year. Some people's business really booms right after the first of the year, while others are waiting for Black Friday to come along. So you obviously don't want to give your best prices when the season is hot for you and you can monetize, but you want to be able to do this when it's in your slow times. Now, giving just a little bit is really all you need to do. You don't have to give away the store. You don't have to please just one person. What you can do is just give a little bit, and it's amazing how much more your customers are going to want to spend money with you. And you want to tell your customers about this. You want to make it really known. You want to send out push notifications. The power of the push is just amazing. Most apps have push notices. Now, I realize that some clients will turn off their push notices. However, most apps, they still house within the app itself, so people can always go back and look. Another thing that's really nice about push notices is that you can categorize them so that they show up only when the people want to see those specific things. So, for example, if you are a car mechanic, and you have, I'm one of your customers, and I only care about the oil change or care about the tire rotation, I can actually separate out the push notices as the app owner, and then as the app user, I can choose which ones I want to see. So be very careful of the power of the push. The other thing that's nice about the power of the push is that you are able to use this when your times are slow, when you want to get people's attention. Now, be careful not to go overboard on this, because the push notices can get to be a little bit much, and you will have people actually shut them off. So you want to make sure it's a balance. Again, go back to thinking about your own habits, because what you like is really what the typical person will like. Another way to do this is via email. And when you do your email out to your customers to tell them that you're having a sale or that you are offering a special of some form, whether that's a coupon off or a special service that you're adding on, a bonus, make sure that they understand that it is only for app users. So you have to go outside of the app to get more downloads, so you can do this via email, and that's one way that you want to tell your customers. And another way is just with regular newsletters. If on your newsletter right now you're not putting your app download links, I'm going to have you go back and take a look at that, because that is critical. You want to make sure that you can always invite people and to download your app, and you might want to have it where you can actually offer a monthly special, or this newsletter app special is. And that can be anything from people who can give a discount to those who could just give an extra service. Now, the other thing people like are promotion codes. They just love a promotion code. And a lot of mobile apps can have a promotion code within. So it's really nice to be able to have that in your app in a special area. They are really more likely to engage when they can save some money. So having a promotion code that they can use at only a specific time is really a great way to get people in your app. And another great way to give is to host a giveaway. I know we've talked about this before, but this, like several techniques, do fit in many different areas of your mobile app. But these specific giveaways, you want to make sure that they are targeted so that you are able to capitalize on this. One way is to actually host a giveaway for X amount of downloads. And you can do this by simply just encouraging people to just download the app and say, we're going to be giving away for all of our downloads one particular item, and make it something that is unique, attractive, but something that your clients are going to want, whether or not it's something that fits directly with your brand or just something that you can get people to talk about, because that's what it's really all about, getting people to talk about it. You can also give them extra kudos for sharing with their friends. So how many people they tell about your mobile app. And you can track this a lot of times with some software and things, and as well as within the app, sometimes you can see how many times it's been shared. It all depends upon your app and the analytics that it has. But you want something that people are going to talk about, and you want to make it so that it's very, very attractive. And you want to host your giveaway, you want to post it on social, and you want to make that shareable so that other people will share your posting. That might also give them another entry into the giveaway, is by sharing it on social, and you'll be able to track all of these things. And you can also host a contest. Hosting a contest is a little different than a giveaway, but it really can be very, very powerful. And you can get your clients very engaged when you host a contest. You can ask them to do a specific task and then tag it somehow, like on Facebook. You can ask them to post their favorite beverage, if you're a brewery or some type of a restaurant, or you can ask them to post something that they've been to. If you're a travel agent, have them post where their last tropical vacation has been, and then tag you. And you want to give them a specific tag to be able to follow this on social. You can also do it like a scavenger hunt. I mean, you remember Pokemon? People were going nuts over this app. And you can do a scavenger hunt regardless of what type of business that you have. It depends how you want to work it. You can have the scavenger hunt be even a simple online thing, something to get people engaged with your business. I recall one scavenger hunt that was at a brick and mortar place. They were a retail shop, and they made it fun for kids. And they gave them 10 different items to go around the store to find, and they had to use the app to scan it and take a photo of it, and then they were automatically entered into a drawing. This gave mom and dad a chance to go all around the store with them and see things that they had never seen before. So a scavenger hunt can be kind of fun, and it doesn't have to be just strictly within your brick and mortar. If you partner up with other app owners, you can make it so that it's a scavenger hunt just by visiting other places. And whatever you do, definitely have a hashtag contest. You want to see how many times your hashtag can get shared. And you want to do that on a post that's attached to downloading your app. And you give the hashtag so that people will get redirected right back to you. And make your gift in your contest something that people really want. And you can use this hashtag contest very, very simply where everybody can definitely participate. You can also do the photo contest. Photo contests are really popular these days. Everything from show us your favorite pair of jeans to show us what tropical place you've been to, or share what you're reading, take a picture of it. Anything that will keep your people engaged. And when you do a photo contest and are using social, you're going to definitely want to make sure you have the hashtag in there. So some of these will be able to get kind of mixed together. And you want to reward your winners publicly. You not only want to say what your gift is that you're giving for the contest, you want to reward your winners publicly so people see that it's not only possible to win, they can relate to the person who has won. and you want to make a big deal out of it, and you want to thank them, and you want it to come from your heart. So hosting a contest can really be very powerful as long as it's done right. And if you're going to do any kind of a contest or a giveaway or something along those lines, I'm actually going to talk about a website out here called Rafflecopter. It's something you should look into. Now, they're not the only ones that do this, but it's just one that I happened to find and did a little bit of research on it. And it's a way to help you kind of keep track of your contest so that everything falls into line and helps you promote it. And what they do, it's really a simple step-by-step process. You select your prize, whatever it is that you're planning on giving away, and yes, you have to provide the prize, but you would select that on the website so that you're setting up your particular event or giveaway. And then you want to list how people are going to enter, and in this case it's going to be by them downloading the app or filling out a form, something that's connected to your mobile app. So you want to be able to put that in there as well. And then you just connect in your mail list and push notices so that you start to let people know what's going on, how they can be part of this, and how they can enter in and what your prize is. And then it helps you select the random winner. So it keeps everything legit. It keeps everything where there is no gray area on who the winner happened to be during your contest. And then they help you announce the winner. So this is just a website to take a look at. It's rafflecopter.com, and it's one that will help you manage your giveaways, and it's one that will help you promote them and make the most out of it. And let's talk about sponsorships. Sponsorships is something that a lot of app owners don't realize is very possible. You know, you can sponsor an event, say a local community event. There was a small little town here that was actually having a business trick-or-treating, and one of the app owners had actually given them a couple of tabs within their app, and then 400 families downloaded this app onto their phone so they could use it for this business trick-or-treating, kind of like a scavenger hunt, where they went to each individual place and they checked in. And what was really neat about this is it aligned with the app owner with that audience, and now all of a sudden in one event they had 400 downloads, and these people kept that app on their phone, and then they were ready to start doing business, and they appreciated it. So hosting a community event can be very powerful. You can also host business events. Right now the apps that are for events are really becoming popular. However, they're also very expensive. So if you know of a local event or even a one that's on a national level, that you can offer your app and a few tabs within your app so that people can use it. They can have all kinds of different features, everything from the event list and who's speaking and having all kinds of other different items within that. You now are going to put your app in everybody's hands that's attending that event. And then afterwards is when you can continue to market to them by having your event. So business events are really very powerful, and they can be everything on a small scale to something rather large. What you really need to do though is focus on who is your market and is your market attending that event. And exhibition shows are another one that is really popular as well. And you can go on to some of these exhibitions and you can offer your app to allow them to use a few tabs within the app. And whenever you do this, you want to make sure that those tabs are on the forefront. You can always move them around later, and after you've offered your app for that temporary period of time, you will be able to then just make those tabs inactive and possibly use it again in a repeat event. So it's something that you really can use and turn into something that is going to create downloads in a way that you never even thought about getting downloads before. So exhibitions are one other way that really very clever and very powerful to use. And another thing is to sponsor some nonprofit events. You can actually use your app to partner with the nonprofits to receive donations, and you can take a tab and you can offer a gift to somebody just for downloading the app and making that charitable donation. And you want to work with the different charities and nonprofits on this because they are the ones that are going to promote it for you. And again, you're just giving them just a little section of your app. They can tap right into the charities area for giving online. You don't even have to have money transact through your accounts or anything. You don't have to make a big deal of it, but you will be able to keep track of it by it coming through the app, and then you can populate on that publicity afterwards. So nonprofit, not just their events, but whenever they're looking for some kind of charity food drive, whether it's Heart Association, there's so many out there I can't even tell you, breast cancer and men's health and all kinds of things. So think a little bit out of the box and realize that the people who participate in these nonprofits are most likely your audience because they're just regular, normal people who are trying to give from their heart as well. And another one that you can do is shows. If you were to group together a whole bunch of different businesses and put them all into your app and allow it for a specific show, a trade show, or whether or not it's a specific theme show, something along those lines, all of these different app people, all the different businesses are going to promote your app because you're part of it. So looking at shows is really great. And one of the last things you want to look at is just a suggestion, and think out of the box on this. These are just some examples that I've given, but a sporting event. A sporting event such as a dart league or a baseball league or any of these events where stats and statistics need to be kept on a regular basis, you can easily give up a couple of your tabs to share this with those people. And on a sidebar, I'm going to just show here that if you look at this particular app, you'll see the Jack Daniels bottle in the background. Jack Daniels actually sponsors his app and he's able to put that on there. So when you're looking for sponsorships, kind of think out of the box as well of how are you going to get your app in the hands of the most amount of people that are in your particular target market. So these are just some examples on sponsorship that you can actually use to capitalize on your app and get it into everybody's hands. That concludes our section on Give a Little, Get a Lot. Please move on to Give Love to Your Critics.